So today I'm going to talk about my outfit integration project. Basically, the whole goal is to add, have more NPCs in the game load into the game with full outfit sets instead of random pieces from various outfits. A lot of the random encounters in the game, how it's set up, is they pull from long lists of items, but those lists are spread up into each piece. So you have a long list for your chest piece, for your helmet, for your gloves. This makes it very difficult to get a complete set of something on a single NPC, especially when you add a lot of new items to the game. Um, so came up with a way that you can fairly easily add a new set of armor into the game and have it show up on random NPCs as a full set. So right now, how it's set up is all the vanilla armors are set up for it. But I'm going to go through how to add a new armor into it. So you're going to need Xedit for it. So also called SSE Edit. Um, just a note for VR users like myself, you have to rename the application's exe to this, or it will not pick up your files. You just download this manually, extract it wherever, it doesn't really matter. You got to link it into Mod Organizer 2. Make sure you had rename that if you're a VR user, and then you launch it. So normally when a mod author makes an armor mod, they either just make it craftable, or you have to add it through console, or they add it to level lists. Um, but like I mentioned, the issue with level lists is you're just getting a long list, and it's hard to get matching sets on uh, doing that method. So how outfits work in the game is every single NPC has an outfit record. Um, If you go to the NPC tree, we'll go to a random bandit encounter here. So if you look at any NPC's record, you scroll down here a little bit and you will find the default outfit. That is the outfit record, and that's what determines what the NPC will wear when they spawn in the game. So anytime you're in Xedit, if there's something you can go to, if you hold control and left click, it'll jump right to that record. So we're going to look at this outfit record. So you can see here, default, it spawns 3 different level lists. So if we go in and look at this for the chess piece, this bandit, when it spawns, it'll have a chance to pull from any of these lists, and even some of these lists go to other lists. So you have sublists here, so it's an even bigger chain. So you can see how really impossible it can be for full sets of armor to actually show up on a lot of these random encounters, because they have such long lists, and then you add more items from mods onto these lists, and that, this just gets longer and longer. And this is just for the top. Then you go to the boots and you got the same thing. You have this huge list that the game's going to pull from. So the only way to really get around that is changing the outfit record itself. Now, if you look at the outfit records, close all these, there's a lot of them. These are all outfit records associated with all the NPCs in the game. And this is just the main game. There's even more if you go to the expansions as well. The thing is, a lot of these only go to like one NPC. So, like, literally, that's just for one NPC. So, what I did was I went through all the outfit records and found the ones that hit the most amount of NPCs. So, like, if I click on this, 203. I mean, it's not 203 NPCs because you're gonna have like a lot of these are just for Obus on this one, but basically I went through and I looked and there's we'll go here right now and look at it. There is a couple here that hit a lot of NPCs. So like the vampire outfit, 272. The big one's the warlock. I mean, 768 records for that. I mean, that's also with my mods, so that adds to it. But either way, there's a set list of records that I got here that hit a good amount of NPCs in the game. So my mod's not going to make every single NPC in the game have a matched set when they spawn in, but it'll have a good amount of the random encounters. Now the ones I picked were mostly bandits. You can see here bandits. I have an elven one, um, vampire, forsworn one, which I actually changed to the bandit, so they have more variety. We got a warlock one, we got the bandit mage one, a necromancer, more bandit ones, another necromancer one, the court wizard one. That one's uh, all the court wizards share the same outfit records, so this just adds more variety to the robes that you'll see on all the court wizards in the game. And then a couple more bandit records from the DLC. And these are the only ones that I'm messing with. Like I said, there's hundreds of outfit records total, but you'd have to go through each one and set up outfits for every single person in the game, and that would just be ridiculous. So, um, I mean, it's not hard to manipulate single outfits, but a lot of like the named NPCs just use farm clothes or fine clothes or merchant clothes or all that. And I actually have a mod that kind of deals with that. It's the Apache, or actually the Divine Elegance clothing integration. So basically this takes clothing from the Divine Elegance store and adds it into the basically makes new outfits for farm clothes and stuff. I'm gonna actually change this around a little bit so it's a little basically the same as this mod, so people will be able to add more variety in their farm clothes, fine clothes, merchant clothes, barkeep clothes, wench clothes, stuff like that. Um, so once I get this done, I'll do that. So for right now, these are only set up for leveled or for vanilla armors. Now I'm almost done with the Legendary DX collection. I'm going to add on to here, and then I'm going to do the Amazing World of Bikini collection. And then I haven't decided after that, but the longer ones I'll try to do. I'll try to do them myself. It doesn't take me too long to add stuff, but I did want to do an example of one armor. So if you got armors you want to add, and once you do a couple of them, it's actually pretty simple. The first thing we have to do is set up a base patch. So this patch is going to be where you're going to load all your outfits that you create. Technically, you could do that into this mod, into my main mod, but if I make any updates to it, it's going to overwrite your changes, so you'd want to make your own patch um, for that. Now, you're also going to have to link all your armors to it. So one thing I would recommend, and I have a video on how to use Zmerge in my channel, is merge a bunch of, if you have just standalone armors like this one, merge them all together into one plugin, and it makes things a little easier. Um, and that'll reduce the amount of plugins. You know, have like 50 of them just for random armors. So this one I just downloaded Ebon Scale. Uh, so like you're just looking around on the Nexus and you see something that you think would look good integrated into the game. So I saw this one and it looks pretty good. It looks like something I'd like to have integrated through the game, but the thing is it would look weird if you had, this body type with Daedric gloves, or, just the mix match. So I want this to spawn in as this full set here. So that's what we're gonna do. So go ahead and download it like normal. So the initial setup, you're gonna have to make a patch first, that I'd mentioned already. So we're gonna set that patch up, and then once that's set up, every other armor that you make, you'll link into that patch. So I'll show you that real quick. So to make the patch, um, well, what we can do is just go here and actually before we even do that, I want to go through a couple things of note when looking at armor mods. So you gotta think, when people make armor mods, they don't really assume people are going to be adding them through the world. They're usually made to be crafted, um, or added through console and stuff. So I want to show you a couple things to look out for. Um, One thing is check the stats here. Some people go crazy with the stats and the values. So if you want to keep it balanced, be mindful of that. I use this site here, and this gives you the level. This is the unofficial Elder Scrolls pages here, the armor one. So this has all your light armor, your heavy armor, and you can click on any of them, and it'll give you a breakdown of each piece, their value, um, armor rating, and all that. So yeah, armor rating, all that good stuff. So I want to look here. I got Ebony. Ebony is a 43. What was it here? Um, 45. So I mean, it's pretty close to Ebony. So, but one thing I did notice was he flagged it as light armor, even though it's a heavy armor. So it's probably just a oversight by the author. But you can double click and just you get a drop down, and we can change all these to heavy armor real quick. Um, but yeah, it's nice and easy to manipulate any of these values. You can line it up with the other one if you want, or you can change it to something else. You do whatever you want with it. It's the armor you're adding to your game. So just remember, if they update this mod, it's going to change anything you did. So keep that in mind too. So the other big thing is what happens if, so a lot of these armors are female only. So what happens if a male spawns in with it? You can't, there's no real way in the game to keep a random armor from spawning on only a specific gender. Um, so what they have is a linking system, but a lot of mod authors don't think about that because they don't expect, so if it's a female only armor, craft only, they expect just the player character is going to wear it, or they'll give it, directly to one of their female followers type thing. So they don't think about linking a male mesh to it. So if you look here, and this is under the armor add-on section, you have a male and female world model. Now this is going to be the actual armor mesh that is going to be displayed in game. So a lot of times you'll go to these and it's going to be completely blank for the male. And what'll happen is if a male spawns with this specific armor, they're going to be invisible. So you'll get like a floating head and floating weapons, but the actual piece will be invisible because it has no model, or at worst you'll crash the game. But there's no model for it to load. So you have to think about how strong is the armor, like around when would it show up in game, and then link the appropriate vanilla version of that and use the male model here. So say it was ebony like it is, but you didn't know what path at all. Easy way to figure it out is come here, So we're looking at our armors here. We're going to go to Ebony, go here and copy the armor ID right underneath it. And then we'll just paste that right here and hit enter. So this is going to take you to the Ebony chess piece main record. You're going to go to the AA right here, control left click. And if you open this up, it's going to give you the actual path. So this is the mail path, and that's the one that was already linked. So you just double click, copy the path there. And same thing if you look for first person as well. You'll have the first person ones here if you play in first person. If you never play in first person, these don't really matter too much. You go here and edit it and paste it. And now anytime that this ebony armor spawns in, the chess piece for a male will show up as a normal ebony chess piece. But this mod author already linked all the items, so we're good to go. There's nothing we have to do with this one. But just keep that in mind for future ones you add, because a lot of mod authors do not add these male world models to female armors. So just kind of look and see what the value of it is, if it's light or heavy. Find whichever one's closest, and then get the ID and link that one to it. And alright, so now that we got that underway, we're going to set up our initial patch. So you only have to do this once. To set up a new ESP, you can just real easily just click on, we can do it off of, yeah, we'll do it off of here. So just do copy. Okay, so just pick any of these, copy as override into, and we're going to make a new ESP right at the top there. And click OK. And name it whatever you want. Integration patch. That's fine. So the issue is it's going to put it below this, and we need it above that. And as far as I know, there's no way to do that after this is started. So what you're going to do is close out Xedit, leave these check them so it actually saves our changes. And go ahead and refresh your list here. Go down and we got our patch here. So just drag your patch above integration. You want your integration at the very end. And now we can start it up. Now this patch, like I said, you only have to make it this one time. So after this is made, all the rest of them, just make sure your armor mods are above both of these. But aside from that, you don't have to make patch each time, because we're going to put every armor set from now on into that patch. Now a couple things you do have to do. You have to set, so you have to have masters for anything you add into my armor mod, or into my integration mod. So right here, add masters, and we'll add in the patch, and then you'd add in any armors as well. So that's why another reason I'd recommend just doing a merge of them, and then you can just click that the merge, and add that as a master. Alright, so now that these are masters, we're going to build our first outfit. Doing that is pretty simple. So you can remove this. We just copied this because I was using it to just create this ESP, but this is not needed. So just delete. So now we got an empty plugin. And that's all set. And that's all set. Okay. So what we're going to do is you're going to right click, add leveled item. Right-click, add leveled item. Right click, add leveled item. Xedit, it's going to auto make a form ID. You can leave that alone, or whatever it auto creates is fine. Just hit OK. And now here is our outfit record, or our outfit. So first thing, we'll give it a name, editor ID, add. It'll turn bold here, and then right click and edit. And we're going to name this one Eben Scale Outfit. Okay. And for flags, you're going to add the use all flag. And that'll mean that it's going to use everything in this list, which is our full outfit. Next up, we're going to add our items. So you're going to hit add here, and you'll get this null here. So go back to the armor mod. Make sure you're in the armor, not the armor add-on this time, armor. Go to the top one, and the form ID up here, just double click on it, and then we're just going to highlight and copy this, and then we're going to paste it right here. Okay, so then you're going to add a next one. Now when you do the next one, when you paste it, it's going to be right with the other one. So you just go real quickly from one to one and just keep adding them. Paste till we get through the list. Paste, hood, and the male. So now we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So we got all 5 pieces. Now you have to put a count on them. So they are, you only want it to spawn with 1. And for level, it's pretty on par with Ebony, maybe a little stronger. So we'll have it come in at 33. Why not? Just give us a little more variety. So set all these to 33, and we just made our outfit record. So then the outfit record's made, then you have to decide where you want it to spawn. So you'd come back to my main mod here, to leveled item, or to outfit, and then decide where you want it. So this is a heavy armor. You're going to want it, there's no shield, so the likely spot you'd want to put it is right here, heavy outfit. If you're ever curious what's in any of them, you can just pick one, go to the very right here, control left click, and you'll see all the different sets that are in here already. So obviously the ebony is already in here, so this is kind of the place where we want to be. You can look here. Yeah, this one too. So I think I have 2 here. We have a melee heavy outfit, and then we have a boss outfit. I think I linked these to the same one. Yeah, so these are linked to the same main outfit record. So this is the one where we want to put this one. So to add it, all you got to do is level list here, add, and then we'll just go back to our outfit. So this is the outfit we just made. Form ID, copy it, and right here with this one we just added, you're going to paste it. And then you'll put the level. So it's 33 and 1. And that's it. You added it to the game. So it's really just kind of understanding where you want stuff. So if you have a new mage outfit you want, you could put it in all these different mage ones. If you wanted it in, yeah, because like I got a necromancer one, I got a warlock one, I got a bandit mage one, the court wizard one. So you could add it to all these. Some of these are the same though, so you kind of have to look. So if you look here, these are 2 different lists here. You have your necromancer outfit, and this only has 1 thing linked right now. And same thing, there's 2 things linked here. I kind of set some of these up to basically for expansion purposes. Like there's not a whole lot in them right now, but people can expand with them. Like I think this is the the Thalmor, the elves. So this is their outfit. I don't have much extra in here because the elves don't have a whole lot of variety in their armor, but if people want to build off of that, this hits a lot of different NPCs. The vampire outfit too, if you want to add more variety in your vampire outfits, there's 3 of them here, and you can build off of that. So that's kind of the whole purpose of it, is to just kind of build these lists, these full sets. The next armor you would download, you'd do the same thing. You would just create a new outfit right here, and then you'd come down here, find out which one of these you want to add it to, um, and you would just add it. And so now anytime the game pulls up that NPC with this outfit record, it'll pull from one of those, one of those outfits. Um, yeah, so hopefully it's helpful. I'm gonna be working, I'll have the Legendary DX collection done soon, probably around when I put this video out, or when I post it on Nexus, I guess. After that, I'm going to do the Amazing World of Bikini, and then I'm not sure after that. Probably do a revamp of my clothing one, so you can add more variety to clothing and yeah, clothing, merchant, barkeep, all that stuff. So I'll probably do that next. Yeah, so hopefully it's helpful, and if you have any questions, just hit me up on Reddit or Discord, and see you in the next one. Later.